This morning, I want to remind you of something simple but powerful. Okay? Listen to this. Give God your ordinary, because most of life is lived in the ordinary. You know, things like preparing meals, driving to work, folding laundry, paying bills, mowing the yard, answering the emails, caring for kids, helping a parent, serving quietly, doing the next task in front of you, right? And you know what? Sometimes the ordinary moments can feel small, routine, unnoticed. Maybe, you don't see them as big moments. But Proverbs 16:3 says, "Commit your actions to the Lord, and your plans will succeed." So we can bring our actions, our plans, our motives, our efforts to Him, right? We can give Him our work, our effort, our attitude. Oh, that's a big one. We can give Him all the things that feel ordinary. And we can be faithful in those moments, because our ordinary life is not outside the reach of God. So the task in front of you, it matters. The way you do it matters. And the heart that you bring to it matters. So before you rush into this Tuesday, maybe take a breath, sit with this, and decide to make your normal His. Then trust Him to do what only He can do with it. So let me read it again. Proverbs 16:3, today's word of life. Commit your actions to the Lord, and your plans will succeed. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. Wheezy already hit me with the happy anniversary gif. Oh, that is amazing. Yes, today my wife and I are celebrating 19 years. Married 19 years ago on this day. Oh, where has the time gone? It doesn't seem like it's been that long, right? And so your boy already scored some brownie points, by the way. Because you see, yesterday I had to make a Walmart run. Of course, we needed a few things around the house. So I needed to pick up milk, but I also needed to pick up a couple other things. So flowers, card, they were gotten. But how did I sneak them past my wife? Well, you'd be happy to know I found the perfect opportunity. When she was occupied with our daughter, that I was able to sneak out to my truck and get the stuff and bring it in and hide it where she couldn't find it. At least where I didn't think she'd find it. I don't think she did, because she was like really, I think, blown away by the fact that I had already gotten the flowers. This morning when I got up, I went in there where I hid them. I can't reveal where it was because she's probably listening right now and I don't want her looking in there. So the next time. So I go in there, I grab the flowers, I get them just the right length, I cut them, put the little powder in the vase, put the water in there. I had them in water. Don't think they were drying out, but I refreshed the water, put the powder in there. I wrote a little handwritten stuff on the card, and I put it in the living room in a place where she could see it. And sure enough, she saw it. She's like, "Aw, thank you." Now, I do have a surprise for her later today. So, looking forward to this. Something I know that she will enjoy, and something I've never experienced before. So it's going to be fun. I can tell you more details tomorrow after the fact. But for now, thank you, Wheezy, for the anniversary gif. Means a lot. Really does. Now, 19 years. That is a far cry from, how many is it now? 50? That the Right Reverend Larry Walls and his wife, Kathy, have been married? Yeah, in fact, they're over in Europe right now. They have been all over the place. Ireland, they've been in London, they've been over in Scotland. In fact, I got a couple more pictures. I'm going to have to update the JFM family group. Yeah, the Alnwick Castle has been used in films before. They got to tour, they got to see it. So pretty cool stuff going on in the family. Yeah. So thank you, everybody, for reaching out over there. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this yesterday. Carla Terrell sent me a picture. Now, with us, what we do is she sends me like an AI-generated photo. Usually it says like, "Have a good day" or "Good morning" or something like that. But it's always heartfelt. She tells it what to make. And so she knows that I love playing drums. I've been playing drums since I was 10 years old. So she has gotten me an image here of these drums. And it's so cool. And things are kind of melting. It's a really, really cool picture. So I took the same theme, and what I do is I put it in my AI, and then we generate a response picture. So I know that she plays handbells, So I have a handbell in there with "Have a bell-rilliant day." So we send those back and forth. Hey, I'd love to do that with you. You want to send me a GIF? I'll send you one back. Text me 256-967-0885. Now this song right here, it'll light you up. It'll get you moving. If you haven't seen the video for it, do yourself a favor. Go check it out. I've got a fire. Joel Modest, thank you so much for the GIF and the message. He said, "Happy anniversary. You know exactly how to win the heart of your bride." Oh, Joel, thanks, man.
You probably won't believe this. Back in my day, we had music that made you want to dance, fall in love, or thank the good Lord. Now it's just noise with cuss words and somebody yelling about their problems. Real music lifted you up. This stuff drags everybody down. Turn that mess off and play something that don't make your soul feel dirty. Your ears and your heart will feel a whole lot better.
I wanted to let Macho Man Randy Savage wish you a happy anniversary.
Oh, man, I'm ready for it. Let's go.
Ooh, yeah, brother. Happy anniversary.
It is complete, my friend. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Man, I hope you have an awesome day.
You too, bro.
Thank you. Y'all are too good to me. Come on, Macho Man Randy Savage wishing me a happy anniversary. That is just so cool. Thank you, Donnie. I appreciate you, man.
Today's double shot is drift or direction. Drift is subtle, little compromises, so small distractions, gradually losing focus on what really matters. Most people don't wake up one day and intentionally abandon their purpose. They just slowly drift from it over time. But direction is different. Direction requires intention, reflection, and recalibration. One moves passively, the other moves deliberately. Drift or direction. Which will you choose today?
Today's word of life helps us to make that decision. Let me read it to you. Proverbs 16:3. Commit your actions to the Lord, and your plans will succeed. So we're choosing direction today. We're not going to drift, right? We're going to be intentional. We're going to give what we do to Him. Commit our actions. What kind of actions are we talking about? The big ones? The small ones? The in-between ones? How about all of them? Yeah. And then your plans will succeed. Because ultimately, it's not really about our agenda. It's about Him. So how can we partner with Him to see His love spread in our lives, to our loved ones at home, to our colleagues at work, to all of our friends at church? There are little ways we can change what we do, even if it's nothing more than seeing it from a different perspective, that what you do actually matters. Even the small stuff, the stuff you do every single day, doing the laundry, it matters. Fixing the meals, it matters. You know what? Even holding your hand against the corner of the table when you know your loved one's probably about to bump their head on it, that is intentional as well. So the small stuff, give it to Him and watch what happens. So something happened last night. I just got to tell you about it. It was so much fun, and I'll let you know what's happening here. So Netflix, they have this movie called Home. And in Home, there is this alien. His name is O. And, let's just say that he's with a group of aliens who come to Earth to take it over. But they don't get rid of the humans. They just relocate them to different places throughout the world. And they claim the Earth is their own. And so O gets his apartment. And when he gets there, he's like, ooh, I can have a housewarming party. So he invites all of his neighbors. But you see, the thing is, nobody really likes O. So they kind of commit to come, but he gets everything ready. He puts up the streamers. He puts up the big banner. He gets the food, the drinks ready. Everything is good to go. And he stands at the door and he's waiting for people to come in. Nobody's coming. In the preparations, he decides to cook a little something. So what does he do? He takes a cookbook and he puts it in the oven. He cooks the book. And I thought that was hilarious because my little girl, Grace, oh, that's one of the things she said before. I want to cook the book. when she was younger. It got my attention. It's those little things that grab you. You know what I mean? Oh, it's a pretty cool movie, by the way. It had such a great storyline. We enjoyed it. But I just had to talk about it this morning. And hey, speaking of, well, all the stuff happening in our lives, I love being part of this JFM family. You see, I'm looking at my streaming map right now, and I see that we have some listeners in Baltimore, Maryland. Thank you so much for hanging out this morning. Also, we've had Atlanta on. We've got Joel Modis in Palm Coast, Florida. We got our friends in Kansas. Wheezy is here. I see her pin all the way up there in Michigan. And we've got our friends in Fuchenstein, Germany. Guten Tag to you. And I got a request. Heaven Help Me by Zach Williams. This one goes out to David Wooten. He would like to hear this morning. So here you are, sir. And hey, if you have a request, you can text me. Let me know what you want me to play. 256-967-0885. Sound good? All right, 256-967-0885. Now enjoy this song. Y'all are amazing. I'm really feeling the love. Today is mine and my wife's anniversary, 19 years. And right now, I got a song stuck in my head. Thank you, Margaret Simpson. You're the one who got this song stuck here. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Now, why is that song stuck in my head? Well, because, you see, Margaret sent me over a little gif of Lady and the Tramp. Oh, yeah. We're talking about the spaghetti scene with the meatball. I remember that guy. The spaghetti with the meatball. Thank you, Margaret. You are amazing. She said, happy anniversary. Wishing you many more beautifully blessed years together. Y'all rock. Aw, thank you, Margaret. I really appreciate that. Oh, I got to tell you this. Remember earlier, I got a message from Macho Man Randy Savage. No, he's not with us anymore, but Donnie Tolles does an amazing impression of him, and he gave us a happy anniversary in Macho Man's voice. Well, I'm glad to report to you that the duo has reunited because Richard Udy has sent me Hulk Hogan saying happy anniversary. Brother! It's awesome. Y'all rock. I'm serious. Hey, anytime you want to reach out, you can text me 256-967-0885. I would love to hear from you. Or if you want to call me here at the studio, 256-505-0885 is a number to call. And if you'd rather email, it's Steven with a V at 885jfm.com. And since we're talking about love, how about we play a song with love in it? Colton Dixon, The Love I Have for You.
This is Pastor Larry Walls with your Drive Time Devotion. A teenage boy by the name of Buck was walking to his father's apartment from a subway stop when he suddenly realized two men were following him. One of the men jumped in front of him and said, "Give me your wallet. I have a gun. Give me your wallet or I'll shoot you." The boy just looked at him and sternly said, "No." The other man from behind said, "Hey dude, don't you realize that we're trying to rob you? Give us your wallet or I'll cut you with my knife." Buck again said sternly, "No." And one of the men said, "If you don't give us your wallet, we're going to beat you up and take it anyway." By now, the boy thought it sounded more like they were pleading with him instead of demanding. Buck just snickered and said, "I told you already, no." He just kept on walking and soon figured out that the two guys had given up and were no longer a threat to him. Well, as the teenager was telling a story to his friends, they were in awe at their friend's courage. One asked him, he said, "Were you not scared?" To which Buck answered, "Of course I was scared." They asked him, they said, "Well then why didn't you give him your wallet?" "Because," young Buck said, "my wallet had my learner's permit in it." Ephesians 6:13-14 says, "Therefore take up the full armor of God, that you may be able to resist in the evil day. And having done everything to stand firm therefore." You see, courage is resistance to fear, the mastering of fear itself. It's not the absence of fear. While it may be wise to give in to the demands of a thief, the first and the best answer to fear is simply no. Pray with me. God, your word tells us that you have not given us the spirit of fear, but a spirit of power, love, and self-discipline. Help us to look to you in times of trouble. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
We made it to June the 1st. I just want to let you guys know, whatever's going on in your life right now, God is going to take it, and He's going to turn it for good. And this month is going to bring you blessings that you have been praying for. You're going to receive that blessing. You're going to receive the hope that you have been longing for. All of that depression, all of that darkness that you have been sitting with, it is going to disappear. In the name of Jesus, it is going to disappear, because I know life can be hard. I know that the day-to-day can be struggling at times. But when you give it to God and truly give it to Him, He is going to give you the best blessings you have ever had. But it's all about releasing it to Him. So for this 1st of June, I just pray for those watching this right now that you have the breakthrough that you have been praying for. I love you guys.
So I'm a late in life come to Jesus Christian. Even after He saved my life, helped me stop drinking. Somebody asked me recently, I was talking to a dude and he was like, "Hey, are you religious?" And I had the best answer ever on improv. I didn't script this. I didn't think about my answer before I even said it. It just came out of my mouth and I was like, yeah, kinda. Like, not even by my own choice. It just kind of happened. And it keeps happening and it keeps growing in more intensity. It started by me trying to change the algorithm on my phone so I didn't see inappropriate things that I shouldn't be looking at. I just tried to make a mild attempt at making myself better. All the meanwhile, liking Christian content and content with people that follow the Bible and talk about stuff like that. And now I see it more and more and more, and it's helping grow within me. I'm linking up and talking with people that share it more and more, and every single aspect of my life has become exponentially better since I tried to get closer to God and Jesus and pray more often and continue to be the best version of myself. It's incredible. I'm talking to my other buddy, and it's like, and my buddy says, like, once you open Pandora's box, like, dude, good luck. You can't put it away. And he's right, because once you make that attempt, once you take that jump to try to be a good Christian and try not to sin and get deeper into it and have a relationship with God and Jesus and start studying the Bible, you can't go back on that. You can't, it's funny because I say it's like an alcoholic that goes to an AA meeting. You can't ever walk into the bar again and feel the same. I mean, maybe you can, but I know I couldn't, because once you make that commitment to know that you shouldn't be there anyways, boy, going back in there, it's like, I know I'm screwing up. I know I'm doing wrong. And now all these things that I've done for years that were wrong, now I inherently feel like they're wrong, and I put a face to the name or a name to the face. I don't know, but it's been on me lately to talk about this stuff, because the more and more I watch the content about this kind of stuff, the deeper and deeper I get into it, and I love it, and it's meaningful, and I just think I'm doing the next right thing in front of my face at all times. And it's opened tremendous doors since then. And if something like that is improving my life, I'm such a believer, and I really want to try and share this because I think it might get to somebody that might make a small attempt today that could end up changing the rest of their entire life.
I love what he posted with this, because you see, he decided to share this. So this is coming up on 300,000 views, he says, and y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. That was a day ago. And then 16 hours ago, 1.3 million views. 1.3 million people heard me speak about my relationship with Jesus today. One person asked a month ago. That's incredible. I hope it makes some people start to change their lives. He's taken the platform and he is using it to share his faith. That is huge. This guy, I don't know if you've ever seen him before. He goes by Limb Loss Boss. Yes, both of his legs, just above his knee, are missing. So he's got his prosthetics. Some of his funniest videos are him trying on different feet. It's hilarious. He's got such a good sense of humor about it. But man, embracing his faith and telling everybody about this love that he's found. It's amazing. So he's just taking what he does. He's taking his ordinary, because he posts a lot, and he's changing it. He's using it intentionally. Whoa, hold on a second. I think that lines up with today's word of life. Proverbs 16:3, commit your actions to the Lord and your plans will succeed. I mean, come on. That's good stuff right there. I just had to share it with you. Thanks so much for hanging out right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Now, John Reddick and The Way.
I am a chronically happy person, and I'm going to tell you why, because I think some of the reason could be replicated. I do think some of it probably is my disposition and my personality. but not all of it. Number one, I have kept an eternal mindset about basically everything. Okay, think about kindergarten. You were there for an entire year. You had friends, you had a life, you had struggles, you had fears, but you can't really remember it. Like a faint, foggy memory. That's how I feel my entire life is going to be like when I get to heaven. When I stand in front of Jesus, I think this whole thing, every struggle, even the most intense struggles are going to be like, oh yeah, that did happen. I think in the grand scheme of eternity, really nothing matters down here. The stuff that could stress me out, that I could get mad at, that I could spin out about, like, I'm going to forget about it for the most part. And if I'm going to forget about it in 2 months, I might as well just forget about it now and move on with my life. I'm not going to carry that around. I make it a point not to hold a grudge or unforgiveness towards anybody. If you did something to me that hurt me really bad, I'm going to come talk to you about it. Like, let's just talk about it instead of me sitting in my room wondering, why did you do, I'm just going to ask you, why'd you do that? Like, what was happening for you? What in the world? And if it truly was, you're just a mean person and you did something awful, I'm going to forgive you because you know what? I don't want to carry you around with me for the next 10 years. I want to be free. What? Have you met an old, crumpety old woman who's bitter against the whole world? I'm not being like her. I'm not becoming like that. I'm going to go be happy and let you go into the hands of Jesus. And the Bible says he'll take care of you. I'm also going to tell myself that you did it because you're a broken, hurting person who hasn't gone through your own healing yet. And so you just hurt people because that's what hurt people do. So now not only am I not mad at you, but I also feel bad for you. I'm just going to feel sad for you and your little heart. Third thing is I highly recommend having a bad memory. Because if you did something, you said something, I'm going to forget. I'm going to move on. I literally can't remember what you said. So sometimes people have said like, hey, when I said that thing to you, I just wanted to apologize. And I'm like, I don't even remember. I didn't think about it for 20 seconds. I hate lying. I won't say I don't lie because I probably do sometimes, but I make a very conscious decision not to lie because it gives me anxiety. I lived the life where I told lies and it gave me this sense of keeping my story straight and what if they find out and what did I tell that person versus this person? I don't do that anymore. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm just going to tell you the truth. If I am stressing, I can feel that blood pressure going up. I will worship every single time. Not because I am holier than thou, because I know it works. It shifts my heart, it shifts my mindset, it shifts my literal body's response to stress if I just turn on worship music. And I highly recommend singing it as loud as you can in your car by yourself. Just basically belt it. I kind of, what's the word, diabolically? No. Delusionally make up stories about everything. So let's say somebody side-eyes me out in public. Normally, in the past, that would have given me all this anxiety about like, oh my gosh, what did I do? Are they mad at me? What the heck's their problem? Spin out, get in my head. But I have trained my brain to literally just make up a story that settles me down. And it might be like, dang girl, they like my outfit. No wonder they're looking. I don't know. I don't know if they're mad at me, annoyed at something I did that I'm unaware of, or if they like my outfit. But either way, I'm making up a story. So why not make up the story that makes me feel good? Because either way, I'm just going to go about my day. I will assign a happy narrative to it, and it is magic. I live in a great world.
And that whole thing about singing praise and worship music at the top of your lungs, hey, let's practice that one right now, shall we? It's Elevation Rhythm and goodbye yesterday. A big thank you to Laura Milliken. Now, some people think that preachers, well, they just work on Sundays. I mean, come on. What kind of week might they have, right? You see them on Sunday morning, and maybe you see them on Wednesday night. And you know what? If you're in need, likely you see them a lot more than that. If you happen to be at the hospital when somebody is sick in the church, well, you're likely seeing them there. These pastors, they're all over the place. They stay busy, and it's all hours of the day and night. And you know what? Sometimes they get invited to come and speak at different places. Came across this story, and it got my attention. I think it's going to get yours too. So take a listen to this.
I was invited to a wonderful all-black church. I'm sitting there, and a lady comes in. She sits down from me, and she says hello, and I said hello. And I didn't understand, this lady's going to change my life forever. I will leave that service wanting to be like her. She turned to me and she said, "What are you doing here, white boy?" Now, in my whole life, no one had ever called me white boy. I said, well, white boy's going to preach this morning. She looked at me and she said, "You got the stuff, white boy?" I said, "I beg your pardon?" She said, "Don't play stupid, white boy." She said, "If the preacher ain't got the stuff, we don't have church. If you don't got it, you sit right down here and let somebody stand up there that's got the stuff." She said, "Now, you got it or not?" I said, "White boy's got the stuff." I didn't know what to say. She said, "They tell you how we do stuff here?" I said, "No." Oh, she said, "Well, let me tell you. Service going to start right on time." She said, "And we're going to sing for at least an hour." She said, "Sometimes we sing more than an hour." She said, "You love to sing, white boy?" I said, "Oh, yeah, I never get enough of it." Right. She says, "After we're done singing, we have testimonies." She said, "People talk about stuff they've been delivered from." She said, "Man, sometimes they stand up and, man, they confess crimes they've done. It's good." And she said, "Man, when they confess a crime, we take them right down to the jail and turn them in." She said, "You not done any crimes, have you, white boy?" And I thought, none that I'm talking about this morning, no. She said, "After that, we take the offering." She said, "You love to give, don't you?" And I'm thinking, I don't know what's in my pocket, but it's all going in this morning, man. She said, "Then comes the preaching." She said, "You hear me, white boy? We didn't come to get out. We come to go to church." She said, "If you come to get out, just best you not come." What an insult to God. She said, "Whatever stuff you got, make sure we get it and don't cut it short." She said, "Now, could you do me a favor, white boy?" I said, "Sure." She said, "Could you move over?" I said, "Okay, somebody else coming?" She said, "No." She said, "Because when I get singing, I needs my room." She said, "You see, I'm addicted to praising him." She said, "I don't like it. I adore it." She said, "It's the passion of my life, praising him." I moved over. That dear sister, man, she got singing. And you know what? She's singing and crying, and pretty soon I'm crying. And I don't know why we're crying. Her passion pulled me in. Man, we're singing, and I'm like, boy, I want to praise the Lord like she does. I'm up by the preacher, and I said, "You know that lady down there?" He said, "Yeah, you're sitting down there by Abby, Sister Abby." I said, "Preacher, she's amazing." He said, "Well, did she share her testimony with you?" I said, "No." He said, "Well, David, let me tell you." He said, "Just a couple of years ago, her husband and 2 junior high boys walked down to the bus stop. Early in the morning, some shotguns came out and killed her 2 boys and her husband. I met her at the hospital, and I said, 'Abby, what do you want to do?' She said, 'Let's have church. I need to get back to my passion.'" He said, "Did she tell you she has stage 4 cancer and no money for medicine?" I said, "No, she didn't tell me that. All she did was tell me about her Jesus. And all I know is I want to be like her." Would anybody want to be like you? And do you have a passion to praise?
Hey, I'm headed to Walmart. You need me to pick up anything? You know, that's so easy to do, isn't it? To include somebody else in your plans. You know, I just did that yesterday, actually. I knew I needed to go to Walmart. I had an agenda because, you see, today is mine and my wife's anniversary, 19 years. And so I needed a card and I needed some flowers. And so I was planning on going to Walmart anyway. I knew we needed milk, so I told Cassie on my way home, I'm like, "Hey, I'm going to swing by Walmart. I know we need some milk. Do I need to pick up anything else?" You see, I was like, yeah, I think I can slide under the radar if I just let her know I'm going to get milk, which I am, but I'm also going to pick up the card and the flowers. And then I got a list of stuff because our daughter, well, she's home and she is growing and she's 11 years old and she's going into 6th grade and she needs snacks and cereal and ice cream and all kinds of good stuff. So I picked up a little list of things from Walmart, but I made sure to still get the flowers and the card. And so that got me to thinking, well, this word of life today, Proverbs 16:3, commit your actions to the Lord and your plans will succeed. So, I mean, it's one thing to include somebody in your plans, right? Ask somebody they need something while you're going there. But you see what happens when you do that is you include them, right? You've got plans, but you're including them in your plans. And it takes it a step further when your whole plan is focused on them, like it was for me yesterday. But here's the deal. I came across Tina Hamaker's post, and if you want to find her for yourself, she's a local. She goes by Tina and Jesus over on TikTok. She was talking about how she was at the courthouse and she got to pray for 3 people. Oh, wow. So what if we did this? What if we took our everyday ordinary, like our errands that we have to run, our Walmart trips, our Walmart runs, and we gave God room in there. We gave him those ordinary things. We're like, Father, is there anything you want me to do while I'm going to Walmart? You know, and watch out for those people. around you that might need some encouragement, because you can be that person to encourage them. And you know what? You could be that person to pray for somebody. Just keep God in the plans. Commit your ways to Him. What does that verse say again? It's Proverbs 16:3. Commit your actions to the Lord and your plans will succeed. So just an idea for you. And a big thank you to Tina. She really got the wheels turning this morning for me as well. So thank you so much. And let's give God our everyday ordinary and watch what happens. I think we'll be blown away by the outcome. Thanks for hanging out with me here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Today's show will be in podcast form across 5 platforms at noon: Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and YouTube podcast. Yeah, and if you would, go and check it out. And if you would, as well, subscribe and share it with a friend. That way we can encourage more people. We can help them know, hey, you're not alone. We're all in this thing together. Thank you for doing that. And hey, just in case you want to share that word of life with somebody, we've got it ready for you across our socials: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, and TikTok. And it's always at the top of our website, 885jfm.com. You ever been really down? I mean, feeling all alone? And then somebody notices you. Somebody goes out of their way to say hi, to ask how you're doing. And you can tell they genuinely want to know. It's not just some passing greeting. No, they want to know what's up, because they can tell something's going on. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. It really is, because it helps us remember that we're not in this thing alone. And I love the way that God answers prayers. You know what? I've seen it, that I'll be down in the dumps sometime. I'll be really dealing with something, right? Just overthinking stuff, just, I kind of hyperfixate on things. And then all of a sudden it's broken up by somebody. Yeah, could be a complete stranger, or could be somebody I know. We see each other, it's like a quick, hey, how you doing? And then the conversation starts, and we go a little deeper, and it gets my mind off of the stuff I'm dealing with. And it helps kind of take the pressure off. You know what? That's how you can commit your actions to the Lord today. This word of life has been all throughout the show. I want to read it to you one more time. Take a listen to this. Commit your actions to the Lord and your plans will succeed. Okay? Now, committing your actions to the Lord, including Him in your plans, inviting Him in your everyday ordinary, and the stuff that you sometimes even take for granted, can be the difference maker in your life. Maybe you are that person looking for somebody to encourage at Walmart, or just waiting for the right opportunity to bless somebody. Yeah. You know what? It makes a difference. So, can you do that today? Can you follow that lead? Commit your actions to the Lord and your plans will succeed? Yeah. It's a beautiful thing to be the hands and feet of Jesus. I'm so thankful to be hanging out with you. And I hope we can do it again tomorrow from 6 to 10, because that brings us to the end of today's show. Now, I've got one surprise for my wife later today. And so we're going to see how it goes. And I will update you tomorrow as to how successful today's anniversary celebration was. Okay? All right. I will see you then. In the meantime, don't forget, you can always reach out. You got those ways, right? Text 256-967-0885. Call 256-505-0885 or email me, Steven at 885jfm.com. All right, see you tomorrow.